Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mayhem at the Multiplex 5. We are here for the singles title match of Fandom Fights. This is kind of the closing of our summer series singles tournaments that we had. The winner of said tournament, Brittani Tapley, here to take on current champion Joe Farrelly. Lots to dissect here. Brittani played Joe in teams earlier this year. Joe just had a surprise title match against Scully when Scully cashed in the belt. They've been playing a lot. Both of these players have been playing a lot. But Brittani getting here, winning the tournament to come and take on Joe. I'm super excited. Nick, you are here to join me on this one. How are you feeling about this match?
I'm excited, Tim. This is a good one. Both these players are on a roll right now. Brittani's on like a 6-0 undefeated streak. Joe with two recent title defenses. And like you said, that surprise one. So at the end of the day, I think these are two very evenly matched players. It might come down to whose momentum carries out more, because you get momentum from defending the belt, but you get momentum from winning a tournament. So it's literally anyone's game.
Yeah, I know. Like, I think, not to sound crazy, but Nick and I know the pressures of playing in title matches, so I don't want to put too much pressure on the players today. But most importantly, have fun. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing both of these players in the ring. So let's go talk to them right now in the promos.
Brittani, we're here you won the tournament. You're here, going against the champ. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good, all things considering. This is my first ever singles title, like in any of the leagues. So, obviously a little nervous. And then on top of that, they dropped Joe versus Scully like a couple weeks ago, where he missed like 3 questions. So the intimidation factor's definitely gone up for Joe. But I've been wanting to play Joe for a while, honestly. I don't think there's a better way to prove yourself than playing the best. And Joe's the best right now. And I know I'm not the most confident player, but the tournament definitely helped me there, get my confidence up. And I feel like if I can keep pace with Joe in these first 4 rounds, with the unpredictability around 5, I do think I have a shot at this. But at the end of the day, at least it stays in the video store, and that's most important. Joe, best of luck to you, and fire shit.
Well, there's a couple of things I want to get to the bottom of, and that is that, firstly, Brittani deserves to be here. She has been phenomenal throughout this tournament. She has taken out everyone. I just really hope it's not me. But like Brittani said, this is a video store title match, so it stays in the faction, so I'm very happy. And honestly, since David isn't playing here, there is nobody else I can think of that would be more deserving of this title, better to lose to, than Brittani. She's been phenomenal, and I'm really looking forward to it. That being said, I don't want to lose the belt. The other thing I just wanted to clear up, been getting a lot of messages recently asking me how you get to this level, how you play consistently well in title matches and win titles. And I hate to say it, there is no secret formula. It's hard work, watching movies and study. There's no secret spell or dark magic that can win you the title. And if there was, I certainly wouldn't use it. Anyway, let's do it. Let's go.
I appreciate the reference. I'm very excited for this match. Nick, did you want to add anything before we get into this?
I was wondering why Joe was wearing the hat of my sworn enemy from childhood. But now they're my team because I live in that state, so I have no allegiance to anyone. I'm just very excited. Brittani is showing up here with her teammate and manager today, and the person she had to beat in the finals of the tournament to get here to play Joe, who has a third eye.
Yeah, you haven't seen that movie yet, have you?
I have, actually. Jamie Lee Curtis was in that. What the hell?
She's great. Let's get into it. Round number 1. How's it going to work, Nick?
Round number 1. It's going to work like this. We have 10 questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Each player will have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we will say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Should any player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they will receive a bonus question. Both players will have 4 repeats and 1 challenge, as it is a title match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 1?
Nope. Good luck, Brittani.
You too, Joe.
All righty then. Your first question will come in the category of Alien versus Predator. The question is, how many Alien versus Predator films feature more than one Predator?
Oh, man. Mayhem at the Multiplex, you fickle little thing, you.
Known for being the most tame of events.
4, 3.
Not
Honestly,
all, maybe.
1. Pens down. I feel like the end of the year is way more wild. Let's go to Brittany.
With 4.
And Joe.
4.
Both incorrect. We were looking for 5.
I almost changed.
Predator 2, Predators, The Predator, and then both Alien versus Predator.
Oh,
So we are going to no perfect rounds today, but
Yeah.
we're going to move on to question number 2 in the category of Disney live action. Who directed The Greatest Game Ever Played? I watched this a couple weeks ago for the first time. Delightful.
It's delightful.
Really good movie. Like, I just had a stupid smile on my face the whole time. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it is lovely.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joe, we'll go to you.
Game over, man. Bill Paxton.
And Brittany.
Bill Paxton.
Both are correct, and I was wildly shocked when I learned that information.
Yep.
Nick, what's next?
Your next question comes in the category of YA. Which Twilight film features someone getting a paper cut, setting off one of the vampires?
Okay, so you have to be a mythical creature, so like vampire, werewolf, like
No. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why later. But my question is, since I have seen that movie, I've never cringed harder than when he purposely tries to give himself.
Oh yeah, 2, 1. Pens down. Maggie was not happy either. Let's go to Brittany.
What was New Moon?
And Joe.
New Moon.
Both are correct. 2-2 as we get into your next question, which is going to be in the category of James Bond. What sport do Bond and his allies do to get to the rendezvous in North Korea in the first scene of Die Another Day? Great movie, though. Did you like it?
Oh, yeah. Not as much as you, but yeah.
That's
It was fine.
Yeah, is always a.
I didn't know that was Jamie Lee Curtis until the credits came up, and I was like, oh my god.
Hands down, what? Really? Oh. Joe.
Surfing.
And Brittany.
No, I put soccer.
Surfing is correct. So Joe will take a 1-point lead, 3-2 as we get into the next question, which is what, Nick?
The next question will come in the category of Pixar. In Onward, what kind of creature does the Curse of the Phoenix Gem create, made out of pieces from the school? And this is why I did not want to answer your question about what mythical creature would you be.
It's fair.
There you go.
You could have said the Baconator. 5, 4.
One day we're going to ask a question about a Baconator, and you're going to be like,
What
What are you adding next season?
Brittany.
Dragon.
And Joe.
Dragon.
That is correct. All right. So your next question is going to be in the category of DC. In which DC film does the main character have extremely noisy neighbors who throw parties with heavy metal music and a bar? You were this person, I feel like.
I've never had my own place to be this person.
That's fair.
I do now, but
Yeah, same.
but now I'm not this person.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joe, will go to you.
Catwoman.
And Brittany.
Catwoman.
Both are correct.
All right, I have 5-4.
Yep.
As we get to the next question, which comes in the category of Middle Earth. In The Two Towers, who returns the necklace that Arwen gave to Aragorn back to him after Aragorn arrives at Helm's Deep?
It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think so. I've seen it a couple times.
Very cool.
Yeah, thanks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Brittany will go to you.
Legolas?
And Joe.
Legolas.
Both are correct. So keeping pace 6-5 as we get into your next question, which is in the category of Star Wars. Who plays Snap Wexley in the new Star Wars trilogy? I have something to say, but Bucky, please. We're in the middle of a match. My God. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joe, we are going to go to you.
Greg Grunberg.
And Brittany.
Greg Grunberg.
I was going to say the fact they went to the board so quickly on this disgusted me, but yeah, that's correct. 7
a lot of loss.
in favor of Joe as we get into the next one. What is it, Nick?
Your penultimate question comes in the category of Marvel. The question is, which country does The King's Man open in where Conrad's mother is killed?
I am not a fan.
Of this film?
Yeah.
Or of the faction based on this film?
Both.
Understood.
I like Scully. He's
Red
okay.
Shaw. Red Shaw's cool.
Red Shaw's pretty cool.
I like Albert.
Albert's a
Oh,
nice guy.
Albert's great.
4, 3,
Holtzman, Boatman.
1.
Abby's doing really well.
That's it.
Let's go to Brittany
No, I blanked. I put South Africa.
and Joe.
I don't think you did blank. South Africa.
Oh.
That is
Okay,
correct.
cool.
So, that is correct. It is 8-7 in favor of Joe as we get into the final question of the round, which is going to be in the category of Planet of the Apes. In 1968's Planet of the Apes, when Lucius comes to break Taylor out, he says he is transferring him where? Oh, man. I like your shirt. I have the same one, but it doesn't fit me anymore.
You gotta cut the back open. No one can see when you're sitting like that.
Yeah, but my wife can. So 5, 4,
Wear another shirt underneath it.
2, 1.
Solving your problems.
Pens down. Joe, we're going to start with you.
Said the lab.
And Brittany.
I said the zoo.
The zoo is
Oh.
correct.
Cool.
So Brittany ties it up 8-8 going in to round number 2. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right. So both players have all 4 repeats remaining in. Their challenges are still intact. Nick, tell us how round number 2 is going to work.
Round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 10 categories on it. No spinners or opponent's choice per request of the champion. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. They'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless they'd like to check down to multiple choice, in which case they will only be worth 1. And be on the lookout, as stealing is available in round number 2. Players, any questions as we get into round number 2?
Nope.
All right, then. Your categories on the wheel today are Marvel, Wizarding World, DreamWorks, Planet of the Apes, Star Wars, YA, James Bond, Middle-earth, Disney Animation, and DC. So, Tim, take it away.
Yeah, Joe, you're the champion, and we are tied, so you get priority here. Would you like to go first or defer to Brittany?
I know David's in the background somewhere, but I think I'll still take the usual route and spin first, please.
Okay. So, Nick, go ahead and spin that wheel for Joe. Brought to you by Apple Bank. Lands on Star Wars.
I'll be keeping that, please.
All right. Nick, would you go ahead and give Joe his questions in the category of Star Wars?
Gladly. Joe, are you prepared for your questions in the category of Star Wars?
I think I am.
All right, your first question. What was the first Star Wars film where a character gets dragged underwater by a mostly unseen creature?
A New Hope.
That is correct, for 2 points. Your second question. Brian Blessed plays which character in the prequel trilogy?
Boss Nass.
That is correct, for 2 points.
Gordon's alive.
Your third question. How do Anakin and Ahsoka get inside the shield and past the droids on Christophsis in the Clone Wars?
They hide under a crate.
That is correct for 2 more points. Joe, your penultimate question. What specific order were Janna and her crew given that caused the whole company to mutiny at Ansett Island in The Rise of Skywalker?
Fire on civilians.
That is correct for 2 more points. And your final question, Joe. In Revenge of the Sith, what specifically does Palpatine tell Anakin was the only thing that Darth Plagueis the Wise was afraid of?
Losing his power.
And that is correct for 2 more points and the clean sweep of Star Wars.
All right, so Joe gets his total up to 18. We're going to bring back the wheel for Brittany's spin. And I'll bring in Tyler for Brittany. Go ahead and spin it.
It's on DreamWorks.
I don't hate this. What do you think? This is a 50-50 one, and it is a little bit more broad, which might be good, but there's also it's a pretty good wheel. What do you think?
Tyler's muted.
Oh, yeah.
My bad. I mean, it's not bad. I kind of feel like we should hold out for something better, but it's however you're feeling.
Kind of want to keep it, but
Okay, if you're feeling good about it,
I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, if it's the undoing of me, it's the undoing of me. Like, yeah.
You're doing great. Just keep going.
All right, Brittany, I will be giving you your questions in the category of DreamWorks animation. Are you ready?
Yep.
Which DreamWorks film features human characters named Tito, Guy, Paz, and Bobby?
Turbo.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who voices Rapunzel in Shrek the Third?
Maya Rudolph.
That is correct for 2 points. What was the name of Gran's all-female clan, which she names the group to go and save Phil, Grug, and Guy in The Croods: A New Age?
The Thunder Sisters.
That's correct. I really like that scene. Okay, anyway. Your next question, Brittany. What is the name of the man that Megamind pretends to be when dating Roxanne in Megamind?
Just need first name.
Yes.
Okay, Bernard.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in DreamWorks. What kingdom is Proteus and the prince of... What kingdom is Proteus the prince... Is the doc like... Go ahead.
No. What kingdom is Proteus the prince of in Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas?
Got it.
I will take multiple for that, please.
Okay. A, Corinth. B, Syracuse. C, Siena. Or D, Thracia.
B as in boy?
That is correct for 1 point. And the clean sweep of DreamWorks animation. So both getting all their questions right, but because Brittany checked to multiple, she's down 18-17. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, we're going to get into filmographies. So here's how this is going to work. Why would I tell you that when Nick is here and he's so good at it? Hey, why don't you go ahead?
I'm bad at explaining this round. Each player is going to get 3 questions worth 1 point, 2 point, and 3 points. The questions are going to give 2 clues from different fandom films, each pointing to a specific actor or actress. The players will then have to give that actor or actress to get the points. Players, any questions as we get in round 3?
Well, good.
Yep.
All right, Joe, you're in the lead. So would you like set 1 or set 2?
Set 1, please.
All right. So Brittany, you are down, and Nick, I gave her questions in round 2. So why don't you give her questions in set 2?
All right, Brittany, are you prepared for your questions in set 2?
Yep.
All right, your first question, 1 point. Who plays an original series Star Trek villain and a Planet of the Apes human?
Ricardo Montalban.
That is correct for 1 point. Your 2-point question. Who voices an animated DC villain and a Pixar chef?
Will Arnett.
That is correct for 2 points. And Brittany, your 3-point question. Who plays an Alien vs. Predator pilot and a DreamWorks wolf?
Danny McBride.
That is correct for
Wow.
3 points.
Wow. All right. So no hesitation, Nick.
That ain't paid off there.
Brittany goes through filmography, gets her total up to 23, but we're going to move over to Joe for his questions. Joe, are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
All right. You're in 1-pointer. Who plays an MCU shapeshifter and a Star Wars director?
Ben Mendelsohn.
That is correct for 1 point. Your 2-point question, Joe. Who plays a Marvel ex-boyfriend and a Disney live-action coach?
Josh Lucas.
That is correct for 2 points. And your 3-pointer. Who voices a 90s Disney animated love interest and plays a James Bond singer?
Minnie Driver.
And that is correct for 3 points as well. Both of them
Karina, take
flying through. So Joe regains the lead, I believe. Yep. So, I might have the. Yeah. So it's 24 to 23, right?
Correct. Yep.
So all repeats still intact after 3 rounds, and challenge is still good. We're gonna get into round number 4. This is the deep cut round, and Nick, because you're sharing the wheel, I'll explain this one. This is the deep cut round. So before the match started, the players drafted categories and movies based on those categories to put on the wheel. We're going to spin the wheel 5 times to get 5 different movies, hypothetically, and 5 different questions for this round. And it's going to be 2 points per question. That about sums it up. Ladies and gentlemen, any questions as we get into the deep cut round?
Nope.
All right. So, Nick, why don't you tell us what movies are on the deep cut wheel?
On the deep cut wheel today is The Force Awakens, The Amazing Spider-Man, Avengers, Infinity War, Encanto, Mission Impossible, The Incredibles, Wonder Woman, and The Living Daylights. And thank you for picking all good movies.
Yeah, straight up. All right.
We have to watch them.
Yeah.
Let's get the wheel spin for the first question.
All right.
So your first question is going to come from The Living Daylights.
Eventually.
Yeah, Jesus.
All right. All right, guys. Your first question in The Living Daylights. The objective for the 3 men who skydive in the opening is to penetrate the radar installations of where? Oh, man. Great song. Really good movie. I like this one a lot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Joe.
Gibraltar.
Okay, and Brittany.
Gibraltar.
Yeah, I think we can take both those, right?
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so it's spelled a little differently, but that's fine. So Joe and Brittany both gaining 2 points. It remains a 1-point game as we get into the next spin. So Nick, spin that wheel.
Alrighty. Lands on Avengers Infinity War.
All right, Nick, go ahead and read them their question.
Will do. Your question. Name all 6 Infinity Stones in the order that Thanos obtains them.
We will give you a little extra time on this. Because yeah, no, you there are times where you and I are just like on the same page, and it's usually when we're singing a James Bond song to right after the question.
Can you think of any other lyrics in The Living Daylights? Because I only know the chorus that
I could not tell.
And then I immediately break into the dance into the fire.
5,
which isn't
4,
the same.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Brittany, let's go to you.
Okay, I got power, space, reality, soul, mind. Time and mind.
Yeah, and Joe.
Power, space, reality, soul, time, mind.
Both are correct. Both gain 2 points. All right, so we will bring back the wheel. Nick, spin it again.
Lands on Mission Impossible.
All right, so your third question from Mission Impossible. What are the first names of Ethan's mother and uncle? The Living Daylights. That's so good. So good. Every time I hear it, I just go, aha.
Shut the hell up.
Fucking good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Joe.
Yeah, I think I'm only half right. I said Irene and Douglas.
And Brittany.
I put Margaret and Donald.
Margaret and Donald is correct. So Brittany will gain 2 points, which gives her the lead. She's now up 1 point as we get into the fourth spin of the deep cut round. Spin that shit. Okay.
It's on The Amazing Spider-Man, and I don't want to jinx anything, but that's 4 different movies.
I know.
All right, Nick, go ahead and read the question from The Amazing Spider-Man.
Your question from The Amazing Spider-Man. What item can Peter not afford the night Uncle Ben is killed?
What? What?
No, I'll tell you later.
I saw what you did.
Okay. Do you get what?
No, but I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay, we'll talk about it after this.
Yeah, I didn't write the question, too.
Oh.
1, pens down. Let's go to Brittany.
Milk.
And Joe.
Chocolate milk.
We can accept both of those.
Okay, good. You didn't say specific.
Yep. Nope.
Yep.
We can accept both of them.
Okay.
We had chocolate milk / milk is what we
Okay,
had.
that's why I didn't put it.
So both are correct. Joe getting his total up to 30, Brittany at 31, as we have 1 question remaining in the deep cut round. Nick, spin that shit.
Alrighty. Oh, it's 5 different movies. It's the fourth.
Yeah. All right. I'll be giving you guys your question in The Force Awakens. Here's your question. Before doing the trench run on Starkiller Base, Poe tells 2 pilots with which designations to cover the others during the run. Doing the run. Sorry, my bad. I wrote the question. I can't even fucking read what I wrote, but that's fine.
Shit at.
Big fan of this movie, especially the Lego version.
Yeah, I would like the original 6. I played that Lego one because it was on GameCube.
Yeah.
Or it was on Wii actually, but I used the GameCube controller.
3, 2.
I would do the other.
Pens down. Skywalker Sagas. It's beautiful. We're gonna go to Joe.
Red 4, red 6.
And Brittany.
Red 4, red 6.
Both are correct. So, Nick, we are crazy match so far. 33 with Brittany to Joe's 32. She's got 1 point lead as we head into round number 5, which is the betting round. Nick, why don't you tell us how it works?
Round number 5 is going to work like this. We have 5 more questions in the realm of fandom fights. Once the players hear the category, they can bet ending between 0 and 2 points. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round 5?
No.
All right.
Okay. Then the first question that you will be able to bet points on is going to come from the category of Middle Earth. All right, let's get bets, starting with Joe.
2.
And Brittany.
2.
All right, your question in the category of Middle Earth. Name one of the 4 ponies who are stolen by the trolls in an unexpected journey.
You ever been on a journey that you didn't expect?
One called love. It was a beautiful thing, but
Shut up.
okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joe, will go to you.
Daisy.
And Brittany.
Bungo.
Bungo and Daisy are both correct. We also would have accepted Myrtle and Minty. For the longest time, I thought it was Mindy. It is not. So both gain 2 points as we get into the next category. What is it, Nick?
It is Mission Impossible.
All right, Brittany, let's start with you. What are you betting?
2.
And Joe.
2.
All right, Nick, what's the question?
The question is, in what European city do Ethan, Benji, and Ilsa steal the secret syndicate file, and Ethan nearly drowns in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation?
You didn't like my joke about love, obviously.
Just reminds me that I'm lonely.
You should get a pet.
I don't have time.
I'm going to use a repeat.
Okay, that's going to be Brittany's first repeat.
The question again. In what European city do Ethan, Benji, and Ilsa steal the secret syndicate file, and Ethan nearly drowns in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation?
If you were to get a pet, what would you get? Like a gecko?
Ideally a dog, but that's...
Are you allowed to have a dog where you live?
Yeah, for sure.
4, 3,
I just don't
2,
have time.
1. Pens down. We are going to start with Brittany.
With Casablanca.
And Joe.
Casablanca.
Both are correct. So Brittany is now up to 37. Joe with 36. 3 questions remaining as we get into the next category, which is going to be Disney live action. Joe, we are going to start with you. What are you betting?
2.
And Brittany.
2.
All right, here's the question. Who plays NASA intern Carolyn McAdams in Flight of the Navigator? So, you know, we were talking earlier about we watched The Greatest Game Ever Played. It was delightful. I had a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not so much on this one. Wasn't a big fan.
Come on.
No. Didn't love it.
That's okay.
5, 4,
Yeah,
3,
honestly, neither.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Joe.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
And Brittany.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
That's correct. 38 to 39 as we get into the penultimate question of the match. Nick, what is it?
It is Disney animation.
All right, let's get bets starting with Brittany.
2.
And Joe.
2.
All right, Nick, what is the question?
Question is, you will find the character Gurgi, who wants to be friends with the main character in which Disney animated film?
I'm going to channel my inner Coho. We should be camping right now because this is intense. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Brittany, we'll go to you.
The Black Cauldron.
And Joe.
Black Cauldron.
Black Cauldron is correct. And here is where we are at. We're going into a final question, final category. Brittany is up 1 point, 41 to 40. And the category is MCU. Let's get back, starting with Joe.
2.
And Brittany.
2.
All right, here's the situation. If both players hit or both players miss, Brittany will be the winner. If Joe hits while Brittany misses, Joe will win and retain the title. So, here is the question in the category of the MCU. Why does Heimdall let Thor, Loki, Lady Sif, and the Warriors 3 secretly pass to go to Jotunheim at the beginning of Thor?
I'll take my first repeat, please.
Okay. Why does Heimdall let Thor, Loki, Lady Sif, and the Warriors 3 secretly pass to go to Jotunheim at the beginning of Thor? Nick, I actually have that as Brittany's second repeat. Did I miss it?
No, that's right.
Okay. Five.
Repeat.
All right, that is your third repeat. Why does Heimdall let Thor, Loki, Lady Sif, and the Warriors 3 secretly pass to go to Jotunheim at the beginning of Thor? Five.
Use
Four.
my last repeat, please.
All right, that is your last one. Why does Heimdall let Thor, Loki, Lady Sif, and the Warriors 3 secretly pass to go to Jotunheim at the beginning of Thor? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Brittany, we are going to start with you.
Congratulations, Joe. Thor orders them too. I don't know.
And Joe.
To find out how the Jotuns entered Asgard.
And your winner, and still Fandom Fights singles champion, Joe Farrelly. The answer was to know how the enemy snuck into Asgard. Joe was a little more specific, but yes. Nick, thoughts on this crazy match?
Wow. Fucking A. That was insanity. Incredible match. Maybe one of the greatest title matches we've ever seen. Brittany had the lead coming out of round 4 for most of round 5. That last question just flipped it up. And even before that, it was a 1-point game the whole time. I don't think you could have a closer title match.
No.
Absolutely. I'm at a loss for words, Tim.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get into post-match interviews. And Nick, why don't you take those away? We're going to start with Brittany.
Brittany, hell of a performance. Like, absolutely insane. I guarantee you all the people watching, the two hosts today, were on the edge of their seats the whole time. It just came down to one question at the very end that didn't quite swing the way you wanted it to. But at the end of the day, you played top-notch. You in many ways, I think you might have even outscored Joe accuracy-wise or tied him. Regardless, you played to his level. You called him the best. You played as good as him today, which makes you one of the best, Brittany, even though you didn't win today.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about the match?
Feeling good overall. I think nerves kind of got me there. I was picturing earlier in the movie and maybe had like broadened out and, thought more. But, I've never been in this position before. So I'm not going to be too hard on myself. The fact that I had the lead for like over a round is pretty crazy. So no, I'm feeling really good overall. The fact that I had the chance to win is like better than I thought I was going to do. So no, I'm still really proud of myself.
Tyler, thoughts on your teammates' performance for singles title?
I mean, isn't she amazing? Like, she played so well. She was ahead. Like, I mean, yeah, I didn't go our way at that last question. That happens sometimes, but she was playing at such a high level. I mean, I was flipping out every time she was getting an answer right. When she got that lead, it was so exciting. Yeah, and I mean, you never know how things are going to go. But for her first solo, I mean, she went farther than we did in our team's title match. So I think that just speaks to how strong she is. And she's going to be back. She's an exceptional player. If there was anyone that deserved to take that shot at the title, it was her. And I think next time it could go a different way.
Absolutely. Yeah, Brittany, as long as you keep not knowing the answer and then randomly guessing South Africa, I imagine you'll find yourself in these kind of positions again soon. We will definitely see you. You do have something in your back pocket there, I imagine we'll be seeing at some point. And we look forward to it. So congratulations on an excellent performance. We'll see you again very soon as we bring in our winner today. No disrespect, but by the skin of his teeth, and still champion, Joe Farrelly. Joe, I actually just did the math. You guys had the same accuracy. You both performed equally, and you killed it. And Joe, you, even though like most people might be confused by this, but you even showed like improvement, because people are probably like, how could he improve? He's been doing crazy. But there were questions in round 5 in categories that you've expressed disliking in the past that you still shot at and got. So at the end of the day, you kept your head on all the way to the last question. Any one of those previous questions could have ended the match, and they didn't, and you pulled through right when you needed to. Joe, how are you feeling about your 3rd official title defense?
I'm a little bit shaky, to be honest. That was a really intense match, and Tyler said it. Brittany is amazing. I mean, rookie last year. This is the sort of second season, and there's none of that second season slip that some people get. It's just been a phenomenal meteoric rise through everybody. You look at my last few title matches. You look at the 2 matches against Scully and the match against Albert. Both those times we got into round 5, and I had the luxury of being able to play 0 a couple of times. I had none of that. It was a back up against the wall, pin down sort of match. It's just that last question. It was back and forth, tied round 1. Then I had a lead. Then Brittany took the lead, and then just on the very last question, absolute phenomenal performance. That was. I don't want to have to do that again. I'm gonna have to, aren't I?
I mean, I have the future, but if I was to guess, Joe, fantastic performance. We will be seeing you again at your next title defense. So congratulations on the win and retaining the belt. Tim, why don't you put a bow on it?
Yeah, this was nuts. And I mean, this was kind of like what we kind of thought it was going to be like, with just them so neck and neck the whole time. Wow. I'm honestly super speechless. This was a fantastic match to have at Mayhem, and I think Brittany has nothing to hang her head about at all. Winning the tournament, going this far in this match, so it's nuts. And Joe, just like you said, somehow improving as well is just it's disgusting. Like this was nasty what we saw. So I'm looking forward to seeing both of them back. I honestly, I wish it could be tomorrow. Like I wish we could just like do a whole thing again so we could see this again, because it was that entertaining and that good. So great job to both players. Thank you for watching. I don't know where this is going to fall in the Mayhem lineup, but make sure you check out all the other stuff. Video 1, we had a cool 50-50 match with some of the admins. And then we also had the Fanzone title match. So Cody was playing Kirk in that. Go check that out. We have Dummies going up against Wookiee Mistake. Don't know if that was first or after this. I don't know. So we'll find out, but go watch it. And also in the Warzone side of things, Boat is playing Bar in the tournament finals for Warzone. And then Kumite, the champions over in the teams at Warzone, are taking on Ginyu Force. So lots of good stuff. Check it all out and enjoy the event. So we will see you guys real soon for the next match, whether it is in 4 minutes or next week. We'll see you then. Have a good one.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye.
Then again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
Goodbye, old friend.
Kitty has to go.